Welcome back, everyone. Did you know that over 90% of international airports use English as their main language for communication? It's truly fascinating.
Absolutely, Emma. Even if you're in a country where English isn't the native language, airport staff often use English. It's almost like a universal travel language.
This is why learning airport English is crucial. You'll often hear phrases like, "Please proceed to gate B12" or "Final boarding call for flight 206."
Right, and imagine being in a bustling airport with announcements in different languages. Knowing English can really make a difference in understanding directions.
That's so true. I remember once at Frankfurt Airport, I was lost, but the signs in English guided me perfectly to my gate.
Yes, but what if someone argues that learning English isn't necessary for travel? What would you say to that?
I'd say while it's possible to get by without it, knowing English removes a lot of stress and confusion, especially during unexpected situations.
That's a great point. And as English continues to be a common language in travel, it makes sense to be prepared.
Exactly, and with more global travel happening, having English skills will only become more valuable.
So, let's dive into some practical phrases you can use at the check-in counter. Stay tuned.
Now, picture this. You step up to the check-in counter. The staff greets you with "Good morning. Can I see your passport and ticket, please?"
Absolutely. And you confidently reply, "Here you are." It's a simple exchange, but sets the tone for a smooth check-in process.
They might then ask, "Do you have any bags to check in?" This is a common question, right?
Exactly, and you can respond with yes, one bag, or no, just a carry-on. It's straightforward and to the point.
And here's a tip. If you prefer a certain seat, now's the time to ask, "Can I have a window seat, please?" Or, "Can I have an aisle seat, please?"
Yes, a friend of mine always requests a window seat for the view. It's these little things that can make your flight more enjoyable.
Some might think these expressions are too basic, but what's your take on that?
Well, these phrases are essential for a reason. They're designed to be clear and polite, which is exactly what you need in a busy airport.
I agree. And as air travel grows, being able to communicate these needs efficiently is more important than ever.
Definitely. Now, let's talk about what happens next. Passing through security, it's another key part of the airport journey.
Security checks can be daunting, but understanding what to say can really help. An officer might say, "Please put your bag on the belt."
Exactly. Or they might ask, "Take out your laptop." These are standard instructions to ensure everything is clear and safe.
And sometimes they'll ask you to remove your shoes and belt or empty your pockets, please. It's all part of the routine.
Yes, and it's reassuring to know that a simple "okay" or "sure" is often all that's needed to acknowledge and comply with these requests.
I remember a time when I was traveling through JFK Airport and I was caught off guard by these instructions, but staying calm and responding simply made it easy.
Some people might argue that these security measures are excessive, but what do you think?
Well, they're certainly crucial for safety. While they might seem over the top, they ensure everyone's security, which is always a priority.
Agreed. And as technology evolves, security procedures might become even more efficient, possibly reducing wait times.
That would be amazing. For now, being prepared with the right words can help the process go smoothly.
Absolutely. Now, let's share a story about real-life airport experiences that can offer some valuable lessons.
I've got a story. Once, while traveling to Singapore, an officer asked, "Do you have any liquids in your bag?"
Oh, I bet that was a bit confusing initially. It's a common question, but easy to forget when you're in a hurry.
Exactly. At first, I was puzzled, but then I realized they meant water bottles or shampoos. Now I always pre-check my bag and answer, "No liquids."
That's a great habit. Real-life experiences like these teach us the importance of being prepared and knowing what to expect.
Yes, and it shows how a few phrases can make the travel experience much smoother. Just a simple preparation can save a lot of time.
Some might think these preparations are unnecessary, especially seasoned travelers. What's your take on that?
Even seasoned travelers can benefit. It's about efficiency and reducing stress, no matter how experienced you are.
Absolutely. And with more people traveling post-pandemic, being prepared is more important than ever.
Right, and as travel continues to grow, sharing these experiences can help others feel more confident.
Exactly. Let's wrap up with a quick review of today's key phrases and insights.
All right, let's review the key phrases we discussed today, starting with, "Here you are," when handing over your passport or ticket.
Then there's yes, one bag, or no, just a carry-on for when you're asked about your luggage.
Don't forget, "Can I have a window seat, please?" Or "Can I have an aisle seat, please?" when selecting your preferred seat.
And at security, it's important to remember simple acknowledgments like okay or sure when following instructions.
Yes, and the question, "Do you have any liquids in your bag?" is crucial for a smooth security check.
If you can remember these key phrases, you'll be well prepared for your next airport adventure.
Some might say it's too much to remember, but what's your opinion?
I think it's manageable. These phrases are short and practical, designed to make your journey easier.
Exactly, and as travel becomes more frequent, having these phrases ready will be incredibly beneficial.
So, next time you travel, remember these tips. Now, let's look forward to what's next in our series.
In our next episode, we'll dive into easy English for talking to flight attendants. This is going to be exciting.
Yes, we'll cover phrases for ordering food, asking for assistance, and more. It's all about making your flight comfortable.
And think about it. The ability to communicate your needs during a flight can significantly enhance your travel experience.
Right, and we'll also discuss how to handle unexpected situations like turbulence or changes in flight plans.
Some might argue that you can just point or use gestures, especially if you're shy. But what do you think?
While gestures work, verbal communication is clearer and often more effective, especially when you have specific requests.
Exactly. And as flights become longer, having the right words can make a big difference in comfort and convenience.
Yes, and with more people flying, understanding these interactions will be invaluable.
So, join us next time as we continue to make your English journey as smooth as your flight.
All right, that's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.